Are you struggling to get rid of cards you don't want, whether they're base cards or cards that you just don't really like? Well, I did make a video, and if you haven't seen my original video about me telling you what you should do with all those unwanted sports cards, then watch this video here and then come back to this one. If you have seen that video already, let's dive into 5 more ways for you to get rid of your cards that you don't want. Starting off with number 1, flea market, yard sale. Bring your cards to a flea market and kind of put around the place to see if anyone will buy them. I hear countless times where people are able to find cards at flea markets, and if I'm assuming they're anything like a card show, then those vendors are probably buying as well. Now, when I say yard sale, I'm not saying go to people's houses and ask them if they want your sports cards while they're trying to sell stuff. No, have your own yard sale, whether I'm sure you got a ton of stuff that you wouldn't mind getting rid of, or your family does, or whoever. But at a yard sale, throw them out there. I don't know. $1 for every 100 cards, $5 for every 100 cards. I don't know. So those are a quick 2 for 1 right there of how to get rid of some sports cards. But let's jump into number 2, and that is store credit. So in my original video, I did mention that you could bring your cards to a local card shop, and they may buy them off you, or they may even trade them off you. But if they don't, maybe you can get some store credit where you can take those cards and put it into store credit so you can just buy cards you actually want, but it's in-house through that card shop. Now, this is a great idea for someone looking to get rid of cards, but also wants newer cards or better cards or cards they do want. And it's also a great way for the card shop owner, the LCS, to get some new inventory and maybe move on from something that, has been sitting on the shelves for a while. Definitely a possibility, but you have to go down to your local card shop to see if they are interested in giving out store credit. Number 3, donation centers, hospitals, or even just giving them to people or kids starting out. There's tons of kids starting out in the sports card hobby that could always use a good foundation of sports cards. Give it to them. There's tons of people that are looking for sports cards, whether they're at like the Salvation Army, Savers, like I said, hospitals, charities. You can just give them away to. Now you'll get some good karma and you'll feel good about yourself where you give them away to people that may want them eventually down the line, whereas you're able to offload them because you don't want them right now. Number 4, make team player lots and sell them in bulks of those teams or players. So what I mean by this is, say you got a bunch of Red Sox cards. Make a giant stack in a bundle of just Red Sox cards and try to sell that as one giant lot. Instead of trying to piece this Manny Ramirez and this Ortiz and this Mookie Betts card, combine all the Red Sox cards and sell them as one giant lot. That's going to sell much easier and much faster if you do it that way. And if you have a ton of cards, of just one player, say LeBron James, he has a couple Cavalier LeBrons, he has a couple Laker LeBrons, he has a couple Miami LeBrons, and just kind of bundle that up and be like, here's this giant LeBron James lot. That's also going to sell much faster and much better than if you just tried to sell this 2015 LeBron and this 2019 LeBron and this 2021 LeBron. Combine it all together, make a lot, and sell it that way. And the 5th way for you to get rid of cards you don't want is when you sell a card online, send the buyer a few commons. It's a great way to show thank you, and it also helps you get rid of a few extra cards. It's going to be a slower process to get rid of those cards, but say you have 100 cards, and every time you sell one online, give them 2 or 3 commons. It's going to go after a while, and it also makes you feel good as well because you're just giving them cards for free, and the buyer is going to be appreciative because they're getting a little gesture of appreciation. So those are 5 more ways for what you should do with your unwanted sports cards. Again, make sure you go check out my original video right here, as I do believe those ways are also beneficial for you to help you move on from your sports cards that you don't want. But that is going to do it for this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you watch this video right here because I think that's going to be very beneficial for you in your sports card journey. I'll catch you in the next one, but between now and then, you guys know that I love you, and I will always see ya.